on this map with the mini map in. Nonetheless, it's going to be a quick bounce towards Ramp. Oh, Longs. How does he get a double kill in that situation? He was completely caught off. Towards Ramp coming through. Dimkey falling back. My God, they're running all over the place. And Dimkey, if he drops there, that is going to be the bomb out of control of ONYX. P250 from Impulse long range finds Blitz. There's so many CTs still to deal with, and long range Zello finds the last kill. Oh, there's going to be a push towards A. 1-for-1 trade. Oh, Blitz completely blinded. JR gets the kill with the Tech 9. And the push coming in, but BTN, Davs, Deagle. That's also a very problematic part for Nexus to deal with, is that they're incredibly effective on... Does make it absolutely stellar gameplay performance. JR long range. BTN stays alive, but... took him a solid second and a half to realize that his opponent was already crossing in. Now Bondic and Impulse both get themselves a kill. Dimkey, he even checks all the angles towards double doors, opens up the door, and Dimkey closes his opponent's eyes. Oh. Bye. It's all about timing right there. Dosha. And does go for that pickup. BTN gets spotted out with the Deagle trying to find the quick one tap, one kill. Doesn't work in his favor because Impulse doesn't drop him. And that's going to be a man advantage for ONYX. Though, all things considered, it shouldn't be too problematic of a round. A bit of damage. Longs finds himself a sneaky, beaky AK pickup. SXC could actually be a bit of a surprise factor here, though. Dav with a knife in his hand, taken down. AK recovered, sprays through. SXC drops JR. All of a sudden, it's a 3-on-2. Because Impulse needs help, but he also can just drop SXC. AK gets retrieved in the meantime. But where's that secondary? They actually have no idea where the remaining Nexus players are playing from. Peek from Ramp. Oh! Impulse gets the control going, 30 seconds left on the clock, and Zello shot through the door. Dimkey closes it. Oh, Dav's playing with the SG 5-3 in the meantime, rushing outside, landing on top of his opponent. Oh, BTN a little bit lucky there that he doesn't get peeked upon and taken down, but BTN gets a second, and all of a sudden the ONYX players are dropping like flies. It's towards Secret. Oh, he spots them both out. Oh, he finds the first, but where's the second? He's creeping further forward. He does know that AVN is, SXC is nearby, and he kills him. Loses his life. That could be round over if he takes down Blitz, though. That could be the A-bomb site for free. And how do they let a triple kill? And Xello all on his lonesome, gets mollied off, tosses smoke, tries to get aggressive quickly, 1v1. But there's Dimkey to take it down, take the... But Bondic got aim, SXC taken down, sprayed through the vent, drops BTN down to 38. The Molly as well forced him out of position. BTN doesn't win the fight against Bondic's Glock. And Blitz up in heaven, and no more. Impulse catches out the flank as well. Yeah, the Nexus, they... No, at least he finds a kill for his AW. Wait, how many kills does BTN even have? JR against BTN, but this time Xello is going to be the one that wins that fight. And a man advantage picked up. They realize that JR has a play outside most of the time, though it still is a 3-on-3. Pistols in hand. Does Impulse spot him out? No, he doesn't expect SXC on the site, though. And Invents creeping up behind. Logs 1, 2, gets it done, clutches it out, rushes. Bit of a nice angle to take down JR. BTN does start it off by dropping Dav. And BTN another kill onto JR. That's 5-0 in duels against JR, who's been struggling right now after I gave him such a compliment. BTN gets his third in the round. Blitz swept in this round. And that is exactly what happens. SXC takes down. Dimkey's already further past than his opponents would expect. And now he's down in vents as well. JR catches BTN. Finally, JR wins at too many angles than he would have liked. Long range P250 in hand. But they know exactly where Longs is. And Dimkey from down below takes him to the grave. JR outside, tries to surprise Blitz, but it's 2 remaining CTs left standing. It is wall bangable. And gets a couple of tags against him. Xelo with the kill onto Impulse coming through as well. Dimky falling back. Oh, these shots are so close to connecting. But time is ticking down. The peak comes out from Dimky. Now it's all on Bondik. In comes the HE and gets rid of the bomb diffuser though. Xelo. Is he on time? Very close. I think maybe. Oh no, it was so close. Also a pretty tough cookie to deal with, and Xelo again finds Dav as the first kill for the team. Ducking and peeking, Long takes care of JR. Round 13. That's going to be the A-bomb side hit. Blitz chimes in and they're dropping like flies. ONYX in trouble right now. Impulse gets spotted, dropping down his SXE, going absolutely wild. In the meantime, T-Spawn has been flanked, so Impulse is completely stuck between a rock and a hard place because there is BTN right behind him. And should finish him off easily. Waiting for the smoke to bloom. There is a flank from BTN to catch his opponent's off guard from behind. And that's Impulse dead. That was only the Deagle though. Towards ramp. All 5 CTs towards ramp. I meant the Molly though forced JR out of position, but Dav drops BTN. And that gives them an opportunity here. Because they managed to fall back in time, dropping down below. Never mind. Bondik actually gets a double, falls back, tries to get inside vents. I think he forgot to jump there, but it is gonna be Nexus on 6. So especially on overpass, it goes through that tree, which is weird. Dav long range finds the first. Tags coming through as well, but it's a 4-on-4. They're rushing towards that B bomb side. JR is creeping nearby as well, trying to find quick headshots, but he gets domed himself. And Bondik now to be the plan of attack here with Dimky. Immediately dinked up by Blitz. Or goosed up. And nothing to be gained there from ONYX. Nexus win the... Your teammates have Deagles, so if they get a connection with a tag, that's enough to get the kill. Dav and Dimky push towards lobby, and that's going to be a 1-2 pounds. Yes, he did. And he drops Xelo long range, takes him down, and all of a sudden, 2-man advantage. The Deagle from JR. Easy does it. BTN 31 HP. Does have the bomb, but has to deal with a lot of CTs, and that's Dimky with the AK. JR in duels. Everyone trading nicely. Impulse close range. Shotgun hop. Checking this angle, though. Bondik, he spots out SXE. Quickly rushes up towards A, and the surprise is there. Dimky taken down, but luckily enough, Dav with the refrag. Peeks wide, Longs finds the kill. 3-on-3 ensues. The bomb is going to get planted towards A, and it's going to be a 3-on-3 retake. JR jumping out of vent, and still he manages to get the kill. The Molly forced him out of position. Great move from BTN there, using the Molly to force. But ONYX, they're dropping like flies, and it's going to be all on Impulse with the homies. Dogs. Surprise factor. An Impulse. Bondik, they're towards ramp. Is anyone going to check the angle though? He could be a big linchpin on the backstab. And Blitz no more, but Xelo, he already found himself a double entry. Oh, this if Bondik. And yeah. Well, he finds the first, dodges the flash, nails the second. And this is getting costly for Nexus. They're actually not going to continue the hunt either. So it is good. And a quick rush forward. JR very aggressively goes for the peak. Does not find the connections he wants. Only heavy tags, but no kills. Spray comes through both sides. Dimky taken down by Longs right now. And it's just ONYX to save again. And can they even save these 2 guns is the big question. Impulse trying to get back towards CT, but knows that there was one towards ramp, and oh, he hears steps all around him. Spotted a leg. No scope, close range. Longs no more, but he's pretty much stuck. Or is he? Oh my god, Impulse is so good. Unfortunately, he doesn't get dueled at the start of the round. Now it's going to be SXE. This time around, he misses the shot. Through. Now Dimky and Dav considering to pushing towards lobby. They hear the steps coming out. BTN and SXE both get a kill. But Dimky, he's already in lobby. But still gets dropped by Blitz. And now Dav, he's going to be the man of the hour with a flank to come in. But Lonks, oh, this is all about timing. Oh no, that's the bomb in hands of their opponents. Luckily enough, it seems Salah. Nice early nade damage onto Blitz from outside. ONYX actually starts it off with a kill onto BTN. And Dav even makes it a second. ONYX getting a bit... And there's Impulse's op. Ramp the last team play. The bomb gets dropped by JR. Quickly Xello trying to recover it and maybe get a kill here onto JR. Does not win the fight. JR gets the kill. ONYX wins. Don't think the P250 pie wasn't really necessary, and JR catches out Blitz, who tries to go for the JR play quickly. Luckily enough, there's Longs with the trade. The molly got dissipated by the smoke that I think was at a very awkward angle. Impulse does manage to find SXE. Peek in, they're in the hut. BTN gets a catch. Oh, and Longs, he drew. Oh, that was so swift. That was so smooth. Taking down Dav in a matter of a flash. A second, a blink of an eye, and it's all on to Impulse, but nothing gained. AWP even being picked up by... No Impulse. Missing the shot. SXE a bit of an off angle, but his legs peek towards Dimkey, so the trade is there quickly. In the meantime, outside though, it's JR in a fight against Blitz. Blitz in the last couple of rounds has found some very good frags. Same with Longs. And ONYX continue to push. They're heading towards ramp. And there's again Blitz, second kill in the round. Ramp is now free. Speaking of B, the bomb is headed that direction. Xello. Yep, Dimkey does not expect him to hold the angle. It's going to be all on. Terrorists win. We're about to all drop. Oh no, not all. BTN is not. But he still wins the fight. Peak coming out from Dimkey though, a 1-for-1 trade. There is the AK to retrieve, plus the M4 on the floor as well. Deagle from Impulse spots him out, tries to get the catches, gets a couple of connections, finds the headshot onto Longs. He's still alive, dodges the molly. Impulse finds the second, he's burning to a crisp. Finally gets taken down by SXE, but it's a man advantage for the CTs. ONYX comes rushing forward, gets an AK, drops the bomb as well. The distance, because 14 apiece seems to be on the cards. Rushing forward, Dimkey takes him down to 7 HP, and Xello, there is very little he can get done. There's no one towards B though. He could technically get the bomb plant in, but is going to try and hit that A bomb site, and that's going to be his downfall. That's a little bit of a strange one, but it is Impulse with the opening pick. BTN dead towards ramp. ONYX, they're crossing in. He falls back, gets himself towards the B bomb site. In time, the molly keeps his opponents at bay. They're going to head out towards hell. Hit that heaven position. Xello does find JR, but loses most of his AP. He's down to 1. And try to regress towards lobby. There's going to be a 1-for-1. Dav is dropped down to 8 HP though. And everyone is dwindling in HP, but there's Impulse with the AWP dropping on towards side. It's going to be ONYX getting a double again. Oh, ONYX nade plus kill equals happy camper. ONYX rushing forward, dodges the flash, but standing in front of it. ONYX gets himself 3. That's 32 kills so far. It's going to be all on to Longs and Blitz 2v4. And Impulse is actually aggressing. Deagle in hand though, but Blitz finds a kill because Impulse gets very aggressive there. A little bit too aggressive, possibly. Meantime, the bomb on Longs headed towards the A bomb site. Might be a bit of a surprise factor here. Never mind, they just go for the 1-2 pounds. Easy does it. ONYX 16 to 14. Bomb site of smoke. On site to cover of any vision ONYX might have. Spams comes through. Blitz finds a first. That's Impulse dead, but there's ONYX just spamming away together with JR. The kills are coming through. ONYX in the smoke on site, rushing further forward, but there's Xello getting a double, unfortunately down to 2 HP. The bomb's out of his control as well. And Dav, he spots that glimmer of problematic against very little, to be fair. And this time around though, Longs with the kill onto JR. That's a first pick inside the smoke towards connector. Doesn't seem that Dav got flashed off. It just walks through the smoke, and that's going to be Dav getting the kill, though. Another push coming out from Connector, and the molly will force him back. But look at that impulse. On the other side, smoke dissipates, and everyone getting caught off guard, meaning that... Terrorists win. Jar with the peek. Takes a little bit more time than he would have liked, but still finds a kill and a bomb site regardless. Bonic close range. Oh, this is all about timing right now, but he drops. Long tries to fall back underneath plateau, but will be caught by big surprise here. Dav spots him out, but with impulse towards short with the AWP heading towards Connect, it's going to be a problem. Actually, the flash from Dimkey on point. Impulse finds BTN as well. The last man standing, Cello with the AWP in hand. Very problematic situation to be in. Flashes off Impulse, but there are 4. But Impulse actually going to aggress forward towards Triple. He starts it off with an opening pick. Bonic chimes in as well. Gets himself in Palace. They don't have a way of getting him out of there. The headshot comes out with the USP. 2 of them, all 3 T's are very heavily tagged. The USP is enough to kill them. But he's going to revert back towards the AWP. USP in hand. JR finds a kill with his own AWP in the meantime. And Blitz finished off. The push takes too long. That's annoying. Does rush forward and takes down JR, but there is still Dimkey left standing. No, there is not. Dimkey found out by Blitz. Another one should possibly be the Sitch. Long's finished off. Only had a tech. Solid job. Xalo does find Tom gets recovered, but it could drop in T-spawn right now. Oh, Bondic didn't check. That could have been everything. JR blinded by the flash, which was absolutely perfect. And the round for Dimkey getting pushed from multiple angles right now. Oh, the timing not on his side. Does he check his backside in time? Yes, he does, but Longs wins the fight. Down to 1 HP. And Impulse completely stuck. 9 in a very uncomfortable position, but there's the op from Impulse. Misses the opening chance. Does find the second player though. That's Blitz. And luckily MP9 in hand is enough for 1, almost for 2. BTM very low in HP. Swaps over towards the AK. Time is ticking down. 18 seconds. Not a single player lost from... And there's very little left in the round. Xalo is literally all that's left in the round. Bomb is in their control. Impulse finds everything in rounds ahead. And BTN... Oh, still gets taken down by Bonic. Looked like he had the angle. The push comes out towards ramp. It's going to be a pickup from SXCR, who he dodges all of that op vision. No, towards A site. They don't expect the long range peek to come in. And Bonic drops the bomb. 10 seconds left on the clock. Xelo has to pick up the bomb and plant in that duration. And he's not going to be able to get it done. Needs to make sure that he dies before time ends. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty disastrous. Did he die? He did 9 rounds. That's a beautiful statistic. Now JR finds Blitz. Finds SXC. Ooh, step up to the plate. Who's next? Bonic caught with an 8 in his hand. BTN pushing in. Does find an opening, but can he abuse it? The molly burns Impulse. But there is, again, the trade to come forward. That is something that they could use, but Dimkey versus Xalo. Oh, he doesn't expect Longs. Longs actually makes a lot of noise. And there's the push in. Longs taken down. Spray towards Xelo. Molly as well. Make sure he is not towards the left side of triple, but Xelo needs to take this duel quickly. And he goes for the no-scope. Hits it. Gets the plant in. So he needs to nail the shot. Misses it. Xelo falls back. He's going to go up the ticket peak. And Xelo finally steps up to the plate. This one does get checked every once in a while, though falls back after getting completely blinded. The push comes in to tag on to Blitz. JR and Dimkey both get a kill, and this is absolutely held strongly by Dimkey with JR on that AWP. The kills are everywhere, but only for ONYX, because the Tech Mech 10 will find one, pick up the M4, tries to recuperate, does take down JR, but 10 HP left. And 3 CTs on the opposing side. They know he's towards bench, so that's easy pickings. And with that, ONYX are on 11, Nexus on 4. Portion of the game, JR. Well, the Molly forces Xelo away from mid. And a 1-for-1 trade coming out. Quick boost towards short. And that's going to be Blitz with the P2K getting a catch, but not expecting Impulse to be in window. A 3-on-3 ensues. And Dimkey jumping around, finds a Xelo catch. Blitz, oh, he got spotted by Impulse. Towards connector, Impulse is on point, and it's going to be BTN 1v3. They know exactly where he is, so they go for it. Taps the bomb. Time is of the essence. But yeah, there's a player already towards site, and he is very stuck, though. Goes for the ninja. Okay, full ninja. Dimkey. BTN, does he win it? BTN, does he win it? BTN, he wins it! No, that's a different game. But there's going to be a scout from JR. Blitz, long range. M4 does find one kill. Drops JR down to 17, but there's the trade. JR with the tag onto BTN from behind, but nonetheless, BTN stays alive. Xelo chimes in. All of a sudden, Dimkey last match. And it doesn't even find another catch. Should be easy pickings for Nexus to get themselves on 7. Oh, that was a little bit unfortunate on the timing. But the bomb gets dropped towards mid. ONYX actually blew up Blitz. And towards short's gonna get smoked off. But ONYX actually with the M4. ONYX gets 2 kills in the round. Finally does get traded out. JR goes for a delayed peek. The deagle in hand. BTN so low. JR makes it a 1-on-1. Xelo's only got 16 HP. Xelo's gonna go for the peek. Got spotted on the cross. Both very low. 1 bullet apiece should be enough to find the kill, and Xelo wins it out. Gets a second in the round. That's gonna be the execute towards the A-bomb side very quickly. Surprising Xelo, forces him towards triple, but ONYX with the first. Xelo, luckily enough, does find the trade, and the moment he goes for the peek out there, ONYX gets surprised by BTN creeping between smokes, dodging left and right. But there's JR again with a delayed peek in mid. Finds himself a catch. Nonetheless, BTN right there. BTN, 4 kills secured. Needs to strengthen his legs a little bit more. Never skip leg day, and let's never skip aim day right there. Gets surprised. They walk past smoke, take him down. Now it's going to be Xelo. Needs to be careful. Falls back towards triple. In the meantime, Dimkey is creeping up through mid, and a big boy surprise catches a big boy play out. Impulse knows where Xelo is playing from, shuts him down. Now longs towards CT. Will not be able to get anything done. SXE 1v4, and even being flanked by JR towards B site. Finished off cleanly. Well, almost cleanly. Oh, BTN does find a kill before he dies, but a double entry. Flush him out, or no, actually they would be able to flush him out there. Blitz does find a first onto Dimkey, though. That's an opener that they're desperately in need of. Oh, JR spots a player towards short. Gets himself dinked, though, in the meantime. And SXE drops Dav. The push is there towards the B-bomb side, but it's a 4-on barrel sticking out, though. ONYX gets aggressive. BTN no more, and he's getting even more aggressive. Xelo on the other side throws out the flash, does get read by ONYX. Does need to be careful on the retreat. So close. Impulse 1v2. AWP in hand. Can seal the deal here. Impulse looking for a quad. Blitz is looking for... Dodging so much, still alive. Blitz knows exactly where he is. Oh my god! Oh, the no-scope! And they already are in connector, which they have no idea is happening. Jumping around, BTN caught mid-air. drops in the dirt. The push comes out. Underneath, Plateau gets spotted out, though Blitz finds one, but it doesn't matter because everyone else is dead. It's all on to SXE. Nothing gained for the side of Nexus right there.